Hello. How's everybody doing? Just doing some sound checks, doing some quality of life stuff, uh, because I want to check in with everybody before we get going, because we're hitting a little bit of new territory for me. So this is a Hearthstone stream. Normally, as you know, I build Lego kits and Gundams, mostly Gundams, and I'm very excited about doing that. But I wanted to jump in and do something a little different. Um, so I am doing a Hearthstone stream. This is the bonus. Tomorrow I'll be back with doing my normal stream, but I wanted to jump in and try something a little different. And I wanted to give you a bonus because I didn't stream it all last week, but I didn't want to do a build 3 days in a row. I figured that would be too much. So instead, we are going to play a little Hearthstone. I haven't done ranked at all in September because September started while I was in Seattle for PAX, and I didn't play Hearthstone at all while I was in Seattle. So I'm very low ranked. So we'll do that. We'll also do a cool thing. We'll probably start with a solo adventure. For those of you that don't necessarily play the game, we're going to beat the Lich King in a really cheesy, stupid way because it makes me happy to do it. It's a 4-piece combo that you need as a win condition. There's only one win condition, and it's pretty great and stupid. So we'll do that probably first, and then we'll play some ranked games and see if we can bump up the rank and see if I am a low enough Twitch streamer that I don't get stream sniped. I don't expect to because I'm not a huge streamer and we don't have a lot of viewers, and I'm not putting myself in the stream category for Hearthstone, so I don't expect to be followed there. I'm just checking everything here. Well, I'll kind of know exactly what's going on once I start doing a game. This is the first time that I've streamed a game, so this should be interesting. I'm doing a setup that I'm not really used to. I'm using my webcam on my laptop because the webcams I use for the Gundam builds did not want to cooperate, didn't want to work for me, which is why I also have this unfortunate, annoying reflection in my glasses, is because I'm using the webcam on my laptop, whereas the other webcams I use, I don't get that glare all that often. So that's what's happening. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to switch over to main stone. It should be quiet right now, but you should see that in the chat in a moment or two. It should be that. The overlay should work. I had to tool around with that a little bit because I have an overlay that lets you see my deck, and that didn't want to work in the other way I decided to capture footage, so I had to do a certain way to do that. But we have that now, and so that should work pretty good. All right, we'll get started in just a moment, waiting for a few more folks to pop in. Let me know in chat if you're hearing everything okay. There's no sound for the game yet. I'm going to bring that in a second because I didn't want to hear it in my headphones while I was talking to you. But yeah, let me know if you can see me. Everything's good there. I'm going to pop this over here. I've got a dual monitor set up right now, so the chat is nice and big. Oh, I got a follower. Asmov917 is now following. That's awesome. Thank you so much for following. I appreciate that. Thank you to all my current followers. Thank you to my subscribers. I got a bunch of new subscribers yesterday, and I really appreciate that. I got my first ever subscribers that are paying me actual physical real money and not just using their Twitch Prime coin, which also, that's so great that you can do that. All the money I make goes into me buying more model kits to build on the stream. I will never use the money to buy Hearthstone packs, even though I will occasionally be playing Hearthstone on the stream if like I finish a kit and want to finish out the hour and a half or whatever. Or when I do bonus stuff, I'll rotate through some games. But Tavern Brawl seems like an easy thing to do. It's also September right now. So if you're looking to become a subscriber and pay real money, it's like half off and Twitch eats the other half. So I don't know. Also, it's called September, and that's adorable. All right, so let's try to add a little sound here. Let me know in the chat once we get into the solo adventure if it is too loud. because I did a test, but I'm not really sure. So we're going to start. We're going to go in. This expansion had a Frozen Throne, had some single-player content. Lich King. So we're going to take on the Lich King. And yeah, let me know in chat if that's hi Willhouse, I didn't see you, so let me know if this too loud in the chat, the game audio or my audio. Am I getting echo? Wonder why. Oh, I bet I know why. I bet that the desktop audio, I wonder if the desktop that didn't work. Okay. My guess might be that yeah, all right. Willows, you said sounds okay. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know if it sounds weird. My guess it might be that beyond my mic, I'm also getting picked up on the webcam's audio. So I muted that, so we shouldn't hear any audio from the webcam, which could cause an echo. But we'll see. Let's dive into it. I don't know. Okay, so Lich King. It's a cool thing where they want you to play every class against the Lich King, and you get a special bonus for beating it with every class. I haven't done that yet, but each class has its own unique challenge, and which we'll see on their turn 1. So like I said, we're going to do some ranked later, but right now we're going to start with this because it's a really cheesy, stupid way to fight him, and I think it's hilarious.
Versus the Lich King.
Great. So, all right. So you can see my overlay in there, which is great.
You think I'll have mercy on the likes of you?
So, you need a 4-piece win condition for this. All right. Brawl is one of them. So we're gonna keep Brawl. We're gonna get rid of the rest. So this fight has 3 phases: the regular phase, a weapons phase, and then a do damage every turn phase, which mirrors the Lich King fight in Warcraft, which I didn't ever do. World of Warcraft. So I have honestly, like, the first time I played, I was like, wait, why does he have a weapon? Why can't I do it? So someone figured out a really easy way to use the AI against him, which is really fun.
Marvelous Death Knight. Once I have broken you.
So, oh look, you gained 100 armor because you're a warrior. So you need to do 160 damage, which is not easy. So most of this deck is draw, because you want to draw the pieces you need. We have half the pieces we need. We've got Scaled Nightmare,
Can forestall my inevitable triumph.
and we have Brawl. So those are the 2s we need. So what we'll do is we'll just do a little draw. Oh great, look, draw.
You like my invention?
More draw. Great. So we have half of the pieces we need,
Shuffle those cards without feeling sorry for yourself.
and by turn 8, hopefully we have the other 2 pieces we need. Or at least, yeah, because we really do. So right now, this is pretty stupid. We're just trying to draw what we need. We'll do a little bit of shenanigans in order to do that. And if we can... Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to do this first.
Oh, if you're sure.
And if we can, we're going to try to take out as many of the taunts as possible, because that'll help us later in the game if we can take out a lot of these taunts. So it's turn 4 for him. When he hits turn 7, that's when things pop off. That's when he goes into his phase 2. So we're going to try to keep drawing and get what we need. And if we can't draw, then we will armor up.
You like my invention?
Because we're going to try to, as best we can, survive until turn, I mean, hopefully 8, but most likely 9. All right, we got more card draw, which is great. I don't care if he gets card draw. And you'll learn that later. Great. So, unfortunately, I can't use Slam because these cards are not affected by spells or hero power, but I can. Great. So, we still have 2 more cards we need to draw for our win condition, which is annoying. Ugh. It's not looking particularly great. This right now isn't great. So what I'm going to do is, because on turn 7, all of these, we'll say it's on turn 7, all of the cards here are going to go away and they'll come back later. I don't necessarily want that. So what I'm going to do right now is, because I have 2 brawls, I'm going to play 1 brawl right now to lessen how many cards we have there. And great. That's best case scenario. I ended with mine. Basically, if I'd gotten rid of any of their taunts, that would have been great. So that worked out really well because, and I only did that because we need the next brawl on our next turn, because it's about to be turn 7 and things get weird. Ask a question in the chat. It's kind of fun, so we'll look at this. I used to play World of Warcraft, and I used to play Warcraft 3 a lot, and Warcraft 2. And I've played some Diablo 3. I never played Diablo 1 or 2. Okay, so. Hello, Boulder Paul. This is a little different than my normal streams. As you can see, I'm playing Hearthstone and not doing Gundam builds. Tomorrow, I'll be Gundam building again. So, you looked at it right now, folks, right? What's up? Let's look at this here. A weapon that he can do 5 every turn. He's immune. Can't take any damage. As long as all of these are on the field, he can do just about anything, right? He can just attack me. So I want to clear the board except for all but 1, right? So I do that. Go through that, go through that. So right now, the most damage that our Lich King can do is 7 per turn. And we've got plenty of health. So we can hopefully, and we're going to draw, because we hopefully can get the other 2 pieces of our combo for our win condition. We didn't get that. This is going pretty poorly. As you can see by looking at the deck tracker, I want one of these 2 target dummies, and I want Kel'Thuzad. And I don't have it, which sucks. But I have plenty of shielding, so I should be okay. Oh, thank you, Zorbs. Yeah, this is a weird thing because they don't do a lot of solo content these days. It's been a while since we had some solo. So, I shouldn't have drawn. I should not have drawn those 2 cards. I should have seen how many cards I had. Look, I even have a thing that tells me how many cards I have. I should have played a weapon. I should have played the taunt minion. I should have done anything except draw 2 cards. Because swap Kel'Thuzad, which is my win condition. So, we're going to restart. Zorbs, just as you said, I was being very informative. I taught you. You always have to know how many cards you have. Because if you have more than 10 cards, your card will get destroyed. Oh my god, I can't believe the very first time that I've ever streamed Hearthstone in the very first game I played. Oh man. Oh god. Okay, so we got Kel'Thuzad in the opening hand, which is great. That's one of our 4 pieces for our win condition. Oh man, yep. So here's the deal. I'll explain what's going to happen. We're going to do it. We're going to do it right. man, that's so fucking funny. Great. Here's the 2 pieces we didn't get last time, which is actually great. We need Brawl. We need Brawl. Brawl is essential so we don't lose all our life, but we don't have that right now. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to play Taunt, and I'm going to play Kel'Thuzad. What's going to happen is when he has 1 Lost Soul and the weapon, well, between the 2, he can kill this Taunt, but he can't kill Kel'Thuzad. And when he's in that condition, the AI won't use any cards in his hand. He will only use his weapon and what he has on the board. So because Kel'Thuzad brings back any creature that died, it's stuck. He is stuck until we play our Nightmare and then power up that Sealed Nightmare until we can one-shot kill him. So that's the plan. Hopefully, I won't lose Sealed Nightmare. Oh man, I'm honestly very embarrassed because I've been doing this. I did this today as a warm-up while I was tweaking settings like 20 times. Legitimately can't believe I screwed that up so bad. So I will now be really protective about making sure that my cards are under 10, because you can only have 10 cards.
And you've had some bad ones.
There's a whole play style that's about fatigue, where you use cards to make sure your opponent draws cards and then can't play them, and then they lose the cards and they don't even get you to play them. So that's a whole game mechanic, which we won't do here. Okay, great. I got Scaled Nightmare. So I have 3 pieces of my combo. I've scaled. So you see Scaled Nightmare at the start of your turn. You double this minion's attack. So we're gonna make this minion, this dragon, get to about 200 something, and then it will just destroy the Lich King, and we'll protect it behind the target dummy and Kel'Thuzad. It's gonna be rad. We just have to get. So the thing is, right now we have two of the brawls. We need 2 brawls, and once we get our 2 brawls, we'll be in much better shape than we're right now.
I hope you like my invention.
And we got our brawl. Great. So from this point forward, I'm going to be doing some damage control. I'm going to equip a weapon. Take that guy out. And then I'm going to try to make sure that I don't need to. I could mill right now. At this point, I could mill myself and I'll be fine, because I have 1, 2, 3, all 4 pieces that I need to win. My actual biggest problem right now is that I don't have a lot of health. That's the real honest problem. I actually wish that I had a brawl right now, because if I had another brawl, I could get rid of some of these cards. I'm actually like I'm gonna lose. Let me see here. Let's see, even with that, and so I can do that. Great. I ended up with a card. I don't want this card, but it doesn't matter because I will survive the next turn. That's all I have to do is survive this turn. So actually, getting revenge is a big help. And none of these are taunts, which is great. So we'll do that. We're at 10 health, which is great. We're going to get a lot of health. And I'm going to do this just for funsies. Great. And then all these cards go away. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is play Brawl, right? Great. So now the most damage next turn that the Lich King can do is 7. 5 and 2 is 7. I have 5 health. I'll have 7. So I would lose, but I knew that I would have some sort of damage, or there's a couple other cards I could have had, like Bash would have given me more healing. I had outs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Taunt, and I will armor up. So the most damage I can take next turn is 5. So if they use this Trap Soul to take out my dummy, then I'll take 5 damage from the Frostmourne, which is great. So I just need to survive this one turn. Okay, great. So now on this turn, I am now 100% fine. And that's pretty fun. So at this point, I'm safe because this Trap Soul could attack this target dummy, but the target dummy is going to come back to life. So the AI controlling the Lich King won't attack, won't let it attack because he can't kill Kel'Thuzad. And Kel'Thuzad brings back any friendly minion that died this turn. So actually right now what's happening is Lich King is stuck. Can't do anything. So he just has to pass and turn. And we're going to do the same. We are going to play our Scaled Nightmare. We're going to add some armor just in case something weird happens. It bugs out, which it shouldn't. The AI should right now be completely predictable. And that's it. That's all we have to do. Every single turn, Scaled Nightmare is going to double and get bigger and bigger and be able to eventually one-shot. And when we want to do that, we are going to have Kel'Thuzad just attack this, and then we'll attack face. So the only thing I had to do leading up to this, other than to draw cards I needed and stay alive, was make sure that before this phase, there weren't any taunts on his side of the board. Because if there were any taunts, then I would have to get rid of them and maybe waste a whole turn, which could lead to my death. So this is completely cheap, completely stupid. As you see, we're already at 16. There's another brawl, which would save us if we had a real problem. But we don't. We don't have any problems. Got rid of the Black Knight, which is great. And actually, the great thing is that the Black Knight could theoretically get through our taunt. But because of the AI, right now the Lich King can't do anything. Because all the Lich King wants to do in this form is attack with his weapon and attack with Trap Soul. And he can't do either. And it's awesome. So we're just waiting. The boring part. Yep. And now my hand is too full, and I'm starting to fatigue myself, but it's fine. It doesn't matter, and we have enough health from that turn. We'll armor up this turn because we're at 128 out of 160. We're going to win in the next turn. And, all right. So, we got to do 160 damage. We're going to do 256 damage. I could let this go longer if I wanted to, but I don't want to because I thought I could do this in one game, and I fucked up. It wasn't even the card draw was bad. I just completely fucked up. So instead, the weapon went away, and so this is his third phase, which I guess is in World of Warcraft. That's a thing, but we don't have to worry about that because we've done all the damage we need to. That.
I see only darkness before me.
Oh no! What a twist! You became the Lich King. Oh no! You're the Lich King now. It's pretty cool because then they give you a little bit of story, which is fun. And if you do this with Warlock, it's just yeah, I figured I'd be the Lich King someday, which I think is really funny because each one is a little unique of being the Lich King. I think the Paladin one is just all right, now you're a good bad guy, which is kind of fun. So that's that. I've done this pretty successfully with, let's see, actually, let's go back in and see how many classes I've done this with. I've done this with, as you can see, I haven't unlocked it. It doesn't say, okay. So every time you beat it, there's a sword that fills, there's the sword. Okay, I had to scroll up, there you go. So I've done it with 4 classes. And you want to do it with all the classes, then you unlock this, and you get this dude. And it even tells you who you need to get. So druid, mage, shaman, hunter, and rogue. The actual problem that I've run into is either staying alive until, or clearing, because like Brawl is perfect for clearing their board, right? Druid has abilities to do that as well. You have to buff up a swipe and you can do it, but for some of these classes, it's actually very hard to completely clear the board and keep one thing alive. For Paladin, I had to buff one of them. Buff one of them, or I gave them Divine Shield, and then made them all have 1 health, and then clear them. And it was hard, and it took me like 8 tries. So, I'm not going to do that here. Don't worry about that. But, we did it. I just wanted to show you this cool, stupid thing that someone figured out and is like kind of cheesy, but I'll tell you, otherwise, wasn't going to be able to do it. Okay, so Hearthstone, right? I've been doing this for about 2 years. I really like it. We're going to take a moment. We're going to get into ranked in just a moment. I'm just going to go here. Retweet. Because I'd love to get a few more people here watching and seeing what I'm up to. So let's see if I can get a couple more people to come hang out in the chat. Thanks for all for joining me. As I said, this is the first time I'm doing a bonus stream like this. We're going to play some ranked, and we'll see how we do. So I've got a thing called Ramp Druid. Ramp Druid's going to get nerfed in a couple weeks. And I'll explain which card is getting nerfed. The basic idea of Hearthstone, it's a card-playing game. When you're playing against other people, the basic of it is you're playing cards. Each turn you get more mana, so you can play more expensive cards, or you can play multiple lower-cost cards. Ramp Druid is a type of deck where you play cards to get you more mana, and then also get you more cards, and then you have more mana so you can play higher cost cards before your opponent can play higher cost cards, and then you win. And it's not necessarily that fun to play against, but I'll tell you, when you win, it feels real good. So we're going to play now. I'm excited to play. My roommate keeps coming on and off, which is very fun. I think he knows I'm playing Hearthstone right now. I'm going to take a sip of water. My voice is still a little shot from PAX. Great.
I must protect the wild.
So, I don't know what kind of priest we're going to play as. We don't want any of these cards. None of these cards are card draw or mana creation. So we'll get rid of all. Barnes is going to be pretty good. Wild Growth is great. That means so Wild Growth is great. It means that on turn 2 I will add another mana, and I will basically skip turn 3, which is awesome. It means I'll just have 1 more mana for the next turn. It's really great and helpful because that means that I can play Wild Growth and then I can play Barnes. Okay. So that's a bummer because the dream is you play Barnes. It gives a 1/1 copy. The dream is you play Barnes. You get a 1/1 Yasiraj who at the end of your turn pulls a card from your deck, and then that Yasiraj pulls the real Yasiraj. That's the dream. We're not living the dream. It's okay. I wouldn't mind getting Wrath pretty soon so I can get rid of this Northshire Cleric. I don't want this priest to have card draw. Because I'm going to assume that this is a Silence Priest. And they're just going to silence all my cool minions that have like end of turn effects. Okay. Well, that's all right. That's not bad. This might be a buff priest, which would be great because buff priest doesn't really exist and is a bad deck, so it'd be pretty cool. So I could play Wrath right now, get rid of that, but since neither of these cards have been damaged, they will next. I can't really do any card draw with healing until he acts, or she acts. So instead, I'm going to play Barnes, and we'll roll the dice. Maybe we'll get a taunt. See what we get. Nope. This is one of the few cards in our deck that we didn't want Barnes. Mire Keeper we want to use to add mana crystals. So, in fact, right now, we're doing a bad job. This deck could survive because if we were fighting a deck that was a lot of face damage, we'd be in real trouble. Right now, we are not in trouble. All right, so it's probably going to heal to draw. My assumption is this player is going to heal to draw, which is fine. Actually, I don't mind that, as opposed to doing a lot of face damage to me because we are playing slower than I would like, which is a real bummer. My hope is that we draw one of our two Nourishes in the next turn. It would be awesome if we could draw Nourish. But I don't expect to do that. We might actually have to play Wrath to draw a card on our next turn. Oof. There's some face damage. Alright, well, that's not what I wanted. Yeah. So instead, we've got Mire Keeper. So I could do 1 damage there to clear this taunt out of my way, and then get a little armor, or I could get myself an empty mana crystal. So at this point, because I'm at 5 mana crystals, I'm just going to try to do a little board clear and get a little card draw. That might not be the right play, but that's a play I'm going to make. And I got Swipe, which is great. Wish I had the mana for Swipe right now, because I would get rid of a lot of bad stuff. So we'll just do that. Clear the board a little bit. We can swipe next turn if we want to. We can get a little shielding and play Mire Keeper with something else, which is good. We have options. That's my Ramp Druid has options. Not everyone Ramp Druid is like mine, but this one in particular, I have some options. So I don't know. I mean, I guess. Okay. So I'm not playing someone very good. Obviously, rank 22 is low. Rank 21 is low. Like I said, I haven't played since September when we got reset. But that was bad order. Yes. So this is where I wish I had a bunch more, because I could get rid of both of these by playing this Primordial Drake. Can't do that. So what I'm probably going to do is swipe, and then, yeah. So I'm going to do this. And there we go. I've now cleared the board. I don't love the position I'm in. I can play Curator next turn, give myself a good taunt, and let me pull a Beast and another Dragon out of my deck. Maybe that'll be helpful. Maybe I'll get Alexstrasza, make the health 15. That sounds good. So I've got some options. I have not ramped, as you can tell. I have only played 1 card, which means at the end of this game, I'm going to have a lot of ramp that doesn't help me. Like this card right now does not help me. I don't need that right now. At the end, I'll use it for card draw. I'll show you that when we get to turn 10. Great, I got a Beast I wanted. Actually, this isn't the Beast I wanted. I wanted to charge Devilsaur to play on turn 8, but that's okay. The charged Devilsaur is exactly what I wanted on turn 8, but that's all right. We're fine with that. We didn't get what we wanted. So Wild Growth. When I play Wild Growth on turn 10, it'll cost me 2 mana, but since I can't get an extra slot... Ooh. I mean, that's actually not bad at all. I'd much rather this get silenced than some of my other cards. honestly, you know. My giant anaconda. I don't want my giant anaconda to be silent, so I'll take it. So this would be great. I can get to turn 10 in this next turn. I'm probably going to do that. Because I don't care about that. This. We'll do the other thing. And now we have a little bit of a board. We have a little bit of a board. Nothing that's worth our opponent attacking. So.
Are you ready for this?
Okay. Going to be able to do a little face damage here, probably. I assume. No? No face damage? Okay. Well, I don't care then. So, let's see. I've got 7 cards, so I don't want to play my 10 cost. I'm going to play Yasiraj. Because I'm going to clear this off. Give myself some space. And maybe I'll pull Lich King. Maybe I'll pull the Drake. Maybe I'll pull the Charged Devilsaur. Maybe I'll pull an Arcane Giant. Basically, there's so many of these cards I'm totally cool with pulling. All of them. Great, I got an Arcane Giant. So, Arcane Giants cost 1 less for each spell you played, but honestly, I haven't played many spells. So, it doesn't really benefit me. It actually is way better to pull it out of my deck than to play it. Alright, so, great. Perfect. Perfect. I'm not wasting a mana. So, what we'll do is here, we'll play Alexstrasza. Turn their health to 15 from 29. Then, we're going to give ourselves 11 shield and add 1 more health and shield to Yasiraj, which is just overkill and beautiful. And if there was a way to win in that turn, I don't believe there was. Now, I don't think that my opponent can win this one. I'm pretty sure I won.
I am not a morning person.
Someone call.
Even using greater healing and healing for 12, I won. And then my opponent is letting me win. So I could do some dumb bullshit. I could play this and do 5 damage to their face, add a new card, all this stuff. But I don't play that way. I don't BM, right? Okay, I don't do that. I just win. So, as you can see, I've made my ramp druid have certain win conditions. We lucked out a lot that this player wasn't playing did a lot of face damage. I think only did really 10, like at the most. So that helps us a lot. But in a perfect world, I would have hit all my cards that ramped me up way earlier. I would have played Yasiraj on their turn 4 or 5, and it would have been real cool. That didn't happen. But we still got the win, and so I'm happy about that. Expert, if there's any Hearthstone questions I can answer for you, feel free to best. I am by no means an expert.
With honor, I must protect the wild.
Great. So we have a coin because we're going second. We'll keep Mire Keeper because we'll hopefully play that pretty quickly. If at the very latest we'll play it on turn 3, so that's great. Keep Mire Keeper, get rid of the rest. We're playing a Paladin, I don't know what kind, obviously. Great, we got Jade Blossom. So I'm probably going to play Jade Blossom on turn 2.
The legions I command.
So, Prince Malchezaar. I don't know why a Paladin would have Prince Malchezaar. Asmo917 asks if I'm ever a Magic player. So I did play it. high school, I got into Magic because a couple friends of mine played. I also got into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters because a lot of my friends played. But what ended up happening was I can't play games where you have physical cards because I will spend all my money on physical cards. I know that about myself. So I can't and I won't play those anymore. But I did really love Magic, and I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! I used to buy the Game Boy Advance games every other year. There to be the World Championship, which was the real rules, and I loved it. I loved playing Duel Monsters. I played a lot of Warrior cards. That was my favorite type of deck, was to make a Warrior deck. I loved buffing it up. It's why I first played Paladin when I started Hearthstone. It's because I really liked the Paladin class. And also, my first character in World of Warcraft was a Paladin. So I got a soft spot. Okay, so we're turn 2, right? We're going to play a coin, and we're going to... we are going to summon... Great, so we have a Jade Golem. So we're going to make this Paladin think that either we're playing a Jade deck or we're playing a ramp deck. And they'll know pretty soon, and next turn, when I play Mire Keeper, I'm playing a ramp deck and not a Jade deck. So I'm going to give them a lot of information in this next turn if they're paying attention. So Innervate. We haven't seen Innervate yet. Innervate basically... Innervate is an amazing card. It gives you 2 extra mana for that one turn as a 1-use, but we don't have the ability, after a patch that's coming at some point, Innervate's going to only give you 1 extra. So it won't kill Jade Druid, but it's going to hurt Ramp Druid a lot, because it won't be able to play a few cards that you would love to. So I've got options, right? I can keep ramping, or I can clear his board, or her board. I'm going to clear their board with Swipe. Basically, I can still play Mire Keeper on the next turn, but I also on turn 5 could play Nourish if I draw one of my Nourishes. So I have options, and this way, this person still doesn't know what kind of Druid deck I'm playing. So it gives me a little bit of an advantage going to that. So water. While this person figures out which secret they want to use. Come on, pick your secret. And they didn't even play that secret on this turn. That's great. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to play our Mire Keeper. We now have 5. We now have 6. So next turn we'll have 7, and they will have 5. That's great. We'll do a little board clearing. We haven't done any damage because we're going to do a lot of damage really soon. Because I'm going to play the Curator, draw some stuff from my deck on the next turn, and give myself a little protection. I'd love to pull the Charged Devilsaur for turn 8. I'd love to pull a Drake. Alex Strauss is great, but a Drake would be better. Great.
Let me think.
Okay, Twilight Drake, that's fine. I'm fine with that. Whoop, what I got here? What happened? Oh, so I'm running a new overlay that I haven't used before, and this overlay is apparently giving me all of the possible secrets because I didn't turn that option off, which is kind of fun, but I don't really need that overlay. So that's something for me to go and look at later to go and get rid of. So I think what I'm going to do is I will have 5 cards. I will draw 2 at the most because I have no Murlocs. I have no Murlocs in this deck. So at most, I'm going to draw 2 cards, and I will go to 7. So I am going to play my taunt. Even if this was. So now we know that it was Repentance. It was Repentance, which is maybe the worst case scenario, although if I'm going to do a lot of face damage later. Yes. They think it was a mistake. I don't. I got card draw that I wanted. I'm going to hit that Twilight Drake with my Charged Devilsaur next turn. So I don't feel like it was a mistake. Should I have played around Repentance? Possibly. Can I play around Repentance with this deck? No. I can't actually play around Repentance because my lowest cost card that's a minion is a 4 cost. So I really can't play around it. Alright, great. So now I have options, right? I have 3 8-cost cards I could play here. I can play the Lich King, give myself defense, have to use that, take a lot of damage to clear me. That'll give me some card draw. I have 8 cards. I'll go down to 7, then I'll have 8. So maybe I don't want to play that. I can play the Drake. That's probably not the raised option. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play Charge Double. I'm going to get rid of this thing. And now, this Paladin, if he wants to use his weapon against me, he's going to heal for 2, but then take 7 damage. So he'll take 5 damage to get rid of my Charge Double Storm. So for me, that's totally worth it. Because I can still play the Lich King whenever I want. I can still drop their health when I have a full board. That's my big win condition. And when I hit turn 10, I can revitalize my hand if I need to.
Out of my jungle.
Okay. I'm fine with that. And I'm fine with this, honestly. I wanted that weapon out of there. So this card, I don't... So here's the problem I run into. I only have one card that I would play, but I would draw 5. I would draw 5 cards, so I would have to play... so I play this, that's 4. Play this, that gives me 7 cards in hand. I play that. 6 cards in hand, I draw 5. I only... Nope, can't. I just can't do it. This is infuriating because I want to play this card, but I would draw 5, and there's no good way around it. Oh, you're giving me such a gift. It's such a gift. Fuck. It's actually really annoying. All right, I'm just going to do this. That's all I can do. It's infuriating. Oh, that's really frustrating. I wanted to play this card so bad, but I have too many cards. As you see here, this was originally started as a 12 cost. It's a 9. Oh, wow. Yeah. Good on you. But what this person doesn't realize is I have so many other high-cost cards that they probably should have saved Sunkeeper Torrent. We'll just do this for here. Stall out a little bit. What do we get here? Okay. So this is actually, honestly, the best case scenario for us. A couple other cards that would be good, but this one's going to be great because we have many cards here that I would love to have. Let's see. Let's count. Okay. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 3. Okay. So the most we could draw is 3. But I also don't care about most of these, so I'm going to play this. All right, so we didn't draw our Drake or our Arcane Giant, but because we drew Yasiraj, we're going to get one of those 2 next time. So either we're going to get an 8/8 or we're going to get a taunt. So that sounds cool as hell. And we got a 50-50 for getting one of those taunts right now that I could do if I wanted to. Because we are going to die if we don't have that. So let's go ahead. We'll do that. So now we got a 50-50 on pulling. Nope, we lost. Okay, so we lost, and that's fine, and I'm okay with that. I'm expecting us to lose this hand right now. Yep. Okay. We got BM'd and we lost. Okay, so we lost. We're going to lose one of our stars. Can't lose any stars in this rank. I forgot about that. We're still at rank 21. All right. Now, there were definitely things I could have done differently in that game. Our 6 cost additional card that we got could have changed things for us. If we'd gotten the Primordial Drake instead of the Arcane Giant, it actually wouldn't have helped us because they had a quality concentrate. A quality consecrate. So we actually couldn't have done better than we did, which is fine. I'm okay with that. Let's go in. Let's try to win one. Let's try to win. Let's get our win rate up. We're 1 for 1 in ranks. Again, if you have any questions about Hearthstone, I'm no expert. I've been playing for about 2 years now, but I'd certainly be willing to chat about it. I enjoy it a lot. I guess we're 3-1. All right. So I'm gonna keep all of. No, I'm gonna that. I'm gonna get rid of my Keeper. Great. So on turn 3, I can play my Keeper. That means that on turn 4, which is actually turn 5, I can play Nourish. And that sounds cool as hell. We'll do that. Great. Even faster. So on turn 1, I'm going to play Wild Growth, and I'm going to gain an empty mana crystal right now. And I am giving the information to my opponent that I am Ramp Druid. And I'm going to assume that this is a Murloc Shaman or a Board Clear Shaman or a Devolve Shaman. Okay, this is a Murloc Shaman. So, as I said, this is going to get nerfed in the future. We finally found Innervate. So I'm going to play Innervate. And I'm going to gain 2 mana crystals. And I even have the ability to kill this Murloc before it gets buffed. So I'm hoping I get both my swipes very soon because I got to get rid of these Murlocs before I play Primordial Drake. Because, woof, these Murlocs are going to fucking rip me apart if I'm not careful. All right, great. We're at turn 6. Get an empty mana crystal. That means that next turn I can play Primordial Drake and help clear the board. And because I'm going to do 2 damage to everything, I'm going to do this so that I can get rid of that guy on our next turn. Get rid of this totem. Unless they heal the totem, in which case, please don't be healing. Ah! Of course it's healing. That's rough. So that's now going to be 2-3. Or sorry, 0-3. And that's a shame. Because that means I'm only clearing my Murloc and I'm clearing this healing totem by doing this. So I still haven't cleared this thing that he played at the very beginning, or she. I'm sorry for being gender specific. Fear Max had played that on the very beginning of the game, so I would love to get rid of it. And honestly, hexing that, totally okay with. I'm totally fine with hexing. If they're going to hex anything, I'm okay with that being hexed. All right. So let's see here. So my options are, I can play the Giant Anaconda and use my hero power. My hero power would only take care of that. It's not going to help anything. My Giant Anaconda could pull this Tyrannosaur, be great, but it also could pull out this, and I don't want that to happen. So instead, I'm just going to play. Now you got an 8/8 dragon to deal with, and your health is in half. That's what I'm going to do there. Because I'll turn 10, I can do 5 damage, I can gain 5 armor, I can summon 5/5, and I can get 5 cards in my deck. So I'm doing great for turn 10, and they're still on turn 6. This is why Ramp Druid sucks to play against, and it's really fun to play as. Oof. And that kind of sucks. None of this sucks. Well, I mean, he probably has a couple overload cards. Yeah, none of this, like, really sucks for me. Let's see. Great. So I added armor. I refilled my hand. None of these are high damage, so I'm just gonna hit face because now Shaman has 7 health. So, like, I'm in great shape. I also have Earthly Scales to keep me alive. I've got a limited way to help clear the board. Like, I'm in such good shape. I even have I have an 8/8 taunt to play if I want to. I'm pretty much going to overwhelm them. Because they have to clear their board to clear me. And they can't. Yeah. And clear their board. They had to clear their board in order to stop me. And then hope they can get some healing. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this. Just because I had 8 cards, I don't want 9. I just want to get rid of a few cards. And I'm going to, let's see. You know what? I'm just going to do this. There. Clear a 12/12 without using spells. Even if you use spells, I'm still going to have a huge advantage going in. Because I can still throw an 8/8 taunt whenever I want. I can still throw Yasiraj whenever I want. I can still add a stupid amount of Earth Scales, like health. Armor, I should say, not health. I've got a lot of options. And yeah. And if I get my other Ultimate Infestation, I've won. So my outs are Ultimate Infestation to win right now and Charge Devil Sword to win right now. If I have either of those 2 cards, I just win. Wild Growth, okay? So Wild Growth, I'm going to gain an empty mana crystal. Oh, you can't gain an empty mana crystal. Fine. I will draw a card. Oh, I drew a card. Oh, I draw Ultimate Infestation. Can't use it in this turn. That's fine. So instead, we will... And we now steal a minion from your opponent's deck and add it to your hand. We're not going to do that. I don't... Devolve? Devolve, okay. Oh, okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. Because even if they take this out, I win. They're doing the math now. They're going to see what they can do. I honestly looked out there. Obviously, a 6-cost 8/8 that freezes. But yeah, I guess I just win. And that's not a great feeling when you try, fail like that. Like, that's not a great feeling. I do feel a little bad about that. To just know that you've lost. But they had 2 devolves, and they gave it their best shot to take me out, right? I'll give them that. All right. All right, we're at rank 20. We've hit our hour, but you know what? I'm going to play a little bit more. If anybody wants to dip out, I did say I would play for an hour. So if you want to dip out, totally acceptable, obviously. Follow if you haven't. Subscribe if you've got Twitch Prime, because you have Amazon Prime, and you link those two together. You got that coin? Throw it my way. Any money I make goes into me buying model kits that I will build on stream. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, I'm doing another stream. So if you're going to check out after the hour, come back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Because it would be cool. We're going to keep. We're definitely going to keep Wild Growth. But if I got Innervate, I could play Barnes on turn 1. Innervate, coin, Barnes. There are a few of these cards that are just awesome to have 1/1 versions of. That we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna keep Barnes. Barnes is not ramp. It's like it doesn't get to your ramp any faster. It's not gonna get me to nourish any faster. But I love Barnes. He's just got such a great ability that I could draw Innervate right now. If I get Innervate on turn 1, I'm playing Barnes. Otherwise, on turn 1, I'm playing Wild. Because I'm fighting against a mage. So my fear with mage is that mage is just gonna it's a miracle mage, and they're just gonna get everything they need to take me out in one shot. If they're doing a lot of traps, I'll deal with that. So yeah, so subscribers. Also, I didn't say it earlier. Cheers. If you have any cheers because of let's do it. Do this. Let's do this instead. Because we'll do Barnes and other stuff later. We'll do Barnes, and we can even buff whatever we Barnes. That one there. So cheers. If you have any cheers for me or any streamer, if you cheer and use hashtag charity, it goes to Extra Life. And Twitch's cut goes to Extra Life, and the streamer still gets the cut of any cheers that you give. So if you've been watching ads and you've been building up your cheers, you don't have to do it to me. You can do it to anybody. Also, underneath this on Twitch, I have a donation page. So if that's something you feel like doing, you're more than welcome to. All right, so let's just do this. Barnes. So I got a 1/1. This is not the worst option. It's not great. And they got a Barnes because that was the spell. The secret they put down was Frozen Clone. So they have 2 Barnes in their hands, and that's not great. I'm going to tell you right now, 2 Barnes is bad. So we're just going to buff our Barnes up. 5, 6 Barnes. Yeah, play one of your Barnes right now. See if I care. I got no play on turn 7. No play this turn right now. This is bad. I probably could have saved one of these. But I did. Great. Oh, Barnes isn't dead. He's just frozen for the turn. So that's not too bad. He's just a frozen 5/2. Please. Nope. Okay, great. So we have run into the classic problem with ramp druid, which is sometimes you ramp really fast, like I'm ramped up fast, and then you don't have card draw because you didn't get your other nourish, or you didn't get a wrath. A wrath would be great right now. Hell, my curator would be great. My giant anaconda would be great. I really need create another giant anaconda and use my dust. So instead, we didn't do anything great. So that's the problem with ramp druid. When ramp druid is bad, it's very bad. Barnes A. That could be a problem. It's only 1 health, so if I get a swipe right now, I got nope, Jade Blossom. Okay. So I could ramp more, but I'm already at 8, and I don't have anything else to do if I do that. So instead, just get some cool cards. How about you give me that 6 cost that will make a lot of my minions appear on the board? Give me that one. Nope. I'm going to destroy all the minions and remove the top deck. So Doom Pact is great. I get it's not great. It's great if they have the board is flooded and you're scared, or if they have one giant minion and you just lose one of your cards. This is not a great card. I will not be using Doom Pact. Am I dead? No, dead. So once again, give me all the options of what this could be. I have to turn this off because I don't care. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what these secrets are, and I don't care. So I have to turn this off later. I haven't used this overlay before, but it works well on Twitch, so I'm using it now. So I can play my Alexstrasza, get their help down to 15. I guess that's my best bet. I could lose a lot of my cards and get rid of their board. I don't really want to do that. I don't need crystal, so yeah, I'm gonna do it. Great, so we know it's not any of these. I mean, it's ice block, right? It's ice block or it's ice barrier. Either way, I can't have these sorcerer's apprentices make spells cost 1 less. 2 on the board is a lot of win conditions for mage. Can't have it. Hey, Rhythm Bastard, thanks for jumping in. We're playing some Hearthstone as a part of our bonus stream, so thanks for joining us. Well, I guess I don't hate that too much because I still have my taunt up, even or they have to kill it, which is fine. Okay. Not particularly thrilled with this particular match. So, smart money would be to just hit swipe there. Go get rid of it. My big problem right now is I have these two. I'm going to play both of these. So, I would love for this to work. This is actually your best case scenario. Just get rid of that. Keep swipe for something bigger. If it's not targeting by doing that, which is great. So, we're going to do that. Okay. So now they have a 0 cost, and they can do 3 damage to my board, which is fine, because I don't have anything on my board. In fact, we're just going to do this. Just going to add a mana crystal. Can't use. Just to, so that when I play this, on the next turn probably, I won't overdraw. And that's the end of our dragon. That's fine. I'm not too worried about it because, like I said, I'm about to add a 5/5, gate 5 armor, and summon a 5. Yeah, give a 5/5, deal 5. I'm going to do a bunch of stupid stuff.
Tonight, a tale of terrible tragedy.
Or I'm going to swipe this away.
You are on fire.
So because I pulled Mire Keeper, I'm going to swipe. Okay, great. Spellbender. Still going to get rid of Spellbender with that swipe. Not worried about that. We will get a mana crystal because we're already at 10. So we're going to summon a 2/2. And then we'll just go face. Right now, we win because we can do 5 burst plus our board. So we are winning right now. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to stay that way. We're still way ahead. Obviously, they were going to play that card at some point. Play it now, then later. We still have so much more health. We're going to get a bunch of armor because we're going to get rid of this Barnes next turn, most likely. And then we still have so much we can draw. I would love to see Primordial Drake. I would Primordial Drake Coin and go after that. I'm assuming... once again, I'm assuming Ice Bear, Ice Block, right? Okay, so we got Arcane Giant. Isn't necessarily what I wanted. I could clear the board and then Arcane Giant. Is there anything in here that I would really like? I'm looking right now, right? I don't really need a lot of this, but I would hate to lose Yasiraj. I would hate to lose Yasiraj. So what we're going to do is we are going to... Okay. It's the... Here's the thing, right? So this is where I'm waiting. Is this counterspell? No. It's not counterspell. Is it counterspell? It might be counterspell. If it's counterspell, that would suck. If it counterspells Doom Pact, it doesn't suck. If I give him Doom Pact, it doesn't suck. It could be counterspell. So we've got to play Doom. It wasn't counterspell. We lost a Nourish, which isn't great. We lost an Arcane Giant, which is fine. I'm okay with losing Arcane Giant. Nourish would have been nice. We are going to get 5 cards when we finally play this. So now we know it is Ice Block or the second Spellbender or Vaporize. I don't think it's Vaporize. I think it's Ice Block. So we learned that. Rhythm Bastard, you're totally right. It could have been Counterspell. It wasn't. All right, that's good for them. They're going to get back if they could kill anything. But I obviously would never play Mire Keeper. Instead, we're just going to win, and I feel bad. Nope. It's Vaporize. We're not going to win. Did I test for Vaporize? I did not test for Vaporize. So we're not going to win, but we are going to make them very nervous. Now, you may ask yourself, why did you do face? Why didn't you go and do this? You would have won. Because with their hero power, they do 1 damage. They could get rid of their own water elemental and then give themselves a brand new refreshed water elemental. So we don't want them to do that. We've got Charged Devil Sword. We'll take that thing out next turn if we want to do that. We can Wrath if we want to Wrath. We have so many options. We can stall. Like do the Drake. See if they do it themselves. They do. So they refresh their water. I didn't want to wait. I wanted to try to end the game last turn. I couldn't end the game last turn. So I have this Ultimate Infestation. If I played that, I do 5 damage. I draw the rest of my deck. I don't want to do that. I don't mind drawing my rest of my deck later. So what I'm going to do is play this, get rid of that, get rid of secrets. I'll leave that up, let them heal a little bit. I'll take that out with this. So that's what we'll do. We'll do this. Healed himself a little bit by doing it. It's frozen, but we could do 10 damage next turn. Easy, 10 damage. Not too worried about it. Swipe, we could get Swipe. We've got so many ways out to just destroy this person. There exists a possibility that we'll lose here, but I'm pretty confident that we've got it. And they conceded. They didn't see a way out. They said they lost. Great. We got our first concede of the night. Moving up. Oh, I leveled up. I mean, that's fine. Whatever. At level 47, I get a golden swipe. So that's pretty cool. And I got my reward here. Got a Starfire. I got one of those. Golden Starfire. That's fun. That's pretty cool. And let's do one more. We're going to do at least one more We're definitely going to do 9:30. I can't do too much more than that because my voice isn't where it should be still after PAX. And tomorrow, I'll be streaming 8 p.m. Eastern until 9:30 p.m. Eastern, and we'll keep working on our Gundam, the Master Gundam, G Gundam. It takes a little while here to wheel because we're using that overlay. It kind of causes a little bit of an issue with our computer.
Versus Anduin.
All right, so we're against Priest,
Bring victory.
I must protect.
and none of these are what we want. We want said. This is actually. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope. Okay, go. So we got a little bit of ramp. We got some ramp here. I hope you're having fun and you're enjoying it. For me, it's great because, like I said, once they nerf, as they're planning to nerf Innervate, it's going to change how these decks are played, and it might be the end of ramp for me. So I'm having fun talking about it. I talked a little bit on the Giant Beast cast a couple weeks ago. Do that. Nope, that would only give it 2. I'm waiting one more turn. Next turn, we're playing Coin Jade Blossom. I almost played that at the wrong time. Because then we can play later. We can play Nourish. All right, so they're getting Mind Vision. Okay, so this might be the kind of priest deck that just steals everything from your opponent, which means they might get some ramp. Luckily, right now, they're not getting any kind of anything crazy. So, here's what we can do. We can save the coin. We're going to save the coin. Next turn, we'll have 4, and we'll be able to play Nourish on the next turn. If I played Jade Blossom with the coin, I would get a 1/1 that they can attack and then heal themselves. And I don't want them, which would be our draw. Has my mic been going in and out? Has that been an issue you guys have been finding? If that's true, that's a problem. Most likely because of background noise from the game, I assume. Hopefully that will not be in the recording. Rhythm Bastard. Silence Priest. You're asking if I've been playing Silence Priest. I haven't. Priest is my second to least played class. I think behind what's my least played class? Probably Shaman. I just have never really enjoyed playing that. Great. So not even going to attack that. Don't want to attack it. Don't want to give it a chance for them to heal and get something new. So yeah, I haven't tried Silence Priest. It looks fun. It plays. Oh, that's what he got. Okay. So this priest got a little ramp in them, and of course they went the ramp route, which they should be doing. Okay, so we've got some. What we can do is now we're about to go a little hog wild. So on the next turn, we will have 10 mana crystals, and that's really great. Very excited about that. Is that really? Well, I guess that's the price you pay, right? Okay, so I'm at 10, right? I'm tempted to play Yasiraj. But I could also finally get rid of this stupid cleric that's been up all game. Get rid of that cleric, do a little damage there. But my Yasiraj is kind of a no-brainer because I can pull a 8/8. I can pull a 12/12. I wouldn't want to pull that. I can pull Lich King. I can pull Drake. I can pull my Devilsaur. I can pull my Curator. So, my Giant Anaconda, and then later get me the 8/8. I'm going for it. Let's see what we get. Please don't give me... I got the Arcane Giant. I'm totally fine with that. I didn't want Barnes. That's all I wanted. I was like, please don't pull Barnes. Because that's just too stupid. So now I have 18 damage on the board. And of course, Shadow Word Death. Do they have 2 Shadow Word Deaths in their hands? Nope, they don't. Great. So I got an 8-8 that I can make a 10-10 if I want and give myself a stupid amount of armor. But I can also save those if I don't have any plays along with swipe. But I'm most likely going to swipe this and get rid of it and attack that. And we'll see. That's my plan right now. Yeah, because I got Wrath, so let's get to work. Get rid of that forever. Goodbye forever. We get rid of that. Then we now I got a 10-9 and I got 20 armor. So I'm feeling pretty good. And yes, I don't have much of a hand, but I can play Arcane Giant on the next turn. The Nourish will be great. Curator will be great. Primeval Drake would be great. I got 2 of those. Lich King would be great. Alexstrasza would be great. Ultimate Infestation. I got 2 of those. So I would love to kill this. Ysera, I would love for Ysera to die in this next turn. So let's see about killing Ysera, right? And we don't kill Ysera, but we're about to do some serious damage. There, now they have 5 health. So I don't win 100% of the time, but I win a lot of percent of the time. And I've got a lot of win conditions. Because they're going to heal for 2 probably, right? But, okay, big taunt in the way. That's great. And then do they try to clear both of these? One of these? Do they have the other death? It's a real shame because they had a crazy win condition. Wouldn't let them have. But here's my thing. Can I win right now? Can I do 5 damage this turn? So this is like awesome. That's awesome. Like I lost, right? Like I pretty much lost. So that's dead. So that's 24 damage, which leaves me with 4. So this is all I can do. You know what? I want to do that. I'm gonna do that. That's all I can do. I didn't necessarily expect them to have both pieces, to have Divine Spirit and Inner Fire. I probably just lost. As I said, as much as I said, oh, I'm probably winning this one, all it took was 2 cards to really change it. I had outs. Ultimate Infestation would have given me the win. Curator would and Primordial Drake would have kept me alive, guaranteed at least 1 more turn. Nourish would have given me Nourish wouldn't have given me anything. Wrath would have helped. But I might have also just won? No. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. So I win, unless they have a heal. Yeah, okay. I think I win. Okay, yeah. I just won. Yeah. Yeah, that was bad. Okay, I wasn't expecting to win that. I was not expecting to pull a victory out for that. But we did. We did it, y'all. And I got a win streak bonus. That's all. All right, let's see here. All right. That was. I did not expect to win that. That's stupid. Um, I'm honestly like really surprised that I won. Okay, so let's actually go ahead over here. We will go back to this because this game is over. And so that's it. Yeah, that's going to be the end of our stream. I want to thank you all for coming in. Yeah, Asmo, I thought I had in the bag, and then it looked like I didn't at all, but they just didn't get the draw they needed, and I got enough. I didn't really even get what I wanted. I just had enough where, like they cleared the board, but left themselves with 1 health, and my hero power does 1 damage, so I was going to win no matter what. Those are things that are very surprising. So that's it for this bonus stream. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for playing along and watching the stream and watching a little Hearthstone. The archive will be on YouTube later tonight because my upload is very slow. Or you could watch it later in the weekend. Tomorrow we'll be back 8 p.m. Eastern. If you aren't following me, please follow me. That would be awesome. If you could give me a follow if you haven't yet, or if you have your token for Twitch Prime, you want to use that on me, that'd be awesome. If you want to give me money, you could do that too. Donations go to me buying Lego and Gundam kits, and any money I make by being a streamer through subs also goes to that. And right now, subs get this cool bear. You're in the bear cave, and you get this cool emote of the bear cave. And then eventually there'll be like a Discord for you that I have to set up because I don't know how to do that yet. Because we'll wait until I get like 10 or 15 of y'all, and then we'll get into that. So thank you so much for jumping in. Thanks for watching. And if you don't follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/PatBear. The links below to YouTube and Twitter and my donation, my Ko-fi or coffee, are all below this stream on Twitch. Thanks for joining me, and have a great rest of your Friday night.